Hello everyone, it's Monica here and welcome to my channel. Today, as you can see, I'm going to use again the stamp set with those beautiful peanuts characters. So this stamp set comes from Simply Cards and Papercraft issue 156. Unfortunately, this magazine is out of stock already. I know that there are a few people who are still looking for it, but if you have it, you could craft along with me. So I'm going to use this stamp set. It's with Charlie Brown and Snoopy hugging and the sentiment life is better with friends. And today I'm creating a tag for Tag Tuesday. It's an open collaboration. It's a fantastic challenge hosted by Shirley, handmade by Shirley on YouTube. So anyone can join in. So if you've got this stamp set, if you want to create something, and if you want to craft along with me, I would be happy. So I'm looking forward to see your project. I'm going to include all the information below the video, and the prompt for this week, because it's a weekly challenge, it's metallic. So as you can see, I've got my image colored slightly. You don't need much coloring for this stamp, so I use a Spectrum Noir metallic pencils. I had them for a while. There are those beautiful ones. You can see I did a swatch on a black card to see how they look. A few colors, and I think that was more than enough for this stamp to color. I also got one pencil from this set. This is a set I borrowed from my daughter Olivia. This is something I bought for her because she loves coloring as well. I'm going to use this stencil from C6 and 49 in Market, and I'm going to use the script. So I'm going to put it on the side to have it handy. And I've got the tag. I die cut from that C6 die set. Let me show you. This is an old one. You can see by the packaging that there is an old stamp set. The doily is from this C6 and 49 and Market set. We've got a big one which I use over here, and we've got a small one. I love using that one as well. So let me briefly show you everything what I'm using today. And we're going to use 49 and Market. These are dye inks in Pineapple, Doll Face and Twilight. I'm going to also show you some techniques with glycerin. So this is something you might like to see. So first of all, let me create my background. So I need my messy mat. I don't know where I put that one. It was somewhere here, but let's see, maybe, okay, I'm going to wipe it later. So I didn't want to use my glass mat, so I try to put them in a way that you can still see the colors. I will try to include all the products below the video so you can check it out if you are new to any of them. So as you know, I'm on 49 and Market design team. So let me start off with the yellow. So this one is the pineapple. That brush is quite new, so it doesn't have much of the ink. So let me just saturate it. I just don't want, and it's a just standard cardstock white card. And I'm going to add the pink one, which is Doll Face. And I'm going to add more, and let's see what's going to happen. You know that you can see that I'm not really careful how I apply that. And I'm going to use a kitchen sponge in a second to blend those two colors together. So this one is the Twilight. Love those colors. And then once I finish my tag, the background, I'm going to wipe my mat nice and clean, because I don't really like to work like this. I just like quite, you see, now I've got the ink all over. So let me put those to the side, and let's take the glycerin. I've got a acrylic block here. I'm going to pour just a little bit. I should have used pipette or something, because I just need a little Let me just show you how much I'm using. Actually, you can see it at like a pea size, and let's see what's going to happen. You can see that the colors are moving. I am going for this nice gradients of colors. Might get the color from my mat as well. So let me do something else. Maybe I will put it directly on my mat. Do it this way. I can add the color like so. Going down, and I'm going to use actually that pineapple color to blend those three colors together. So let me get more of that glycerin, and I think I'm going to add a little bit more. You can add as much or as little as you want. So this is something I really want to try. Oh, look at that. I think that looks so nice. I like that pineapple to be a bit stronger here. And now let me add, actually it looks better when it's actually taking from the mat. Oh, look at that. I know that the mat looks quite messy at the moment, but I'm going to clean it after. And now let me go for the twilight. I'm going to put it here. So I think I'm okay with going to actually get the clean one, so I can add more of that twilight here. So as I said, this is a Tag Tuesday collaboration hosted by Shirley from a YouTube channel called Handmade by Shirley. There are quite a few ladies taking part already, but if you want, you can use the hashtag Tag Tuesday. And once you create something with this week's prompt, just share it either on YouTube or Instagram or on your community tab, whichever way you want to do it. If you want to join in, just add hashtag Tag Tuesday. I'm going to put all the information below the video so you can check it out. So I'm happy with that. I know there are a few things maybe that are not perfect, but I'm happy with that. So I'm going to do a little bit of stenciling now, and then I will clean that mat as well. So what I did, of course I cleaned my mat. It's nice and clean now. And my tag, what I did, I actually used my heat tool to dry it off because the glycerin is a little bit tacky. It's actually good medium to use with your embossing powder. So I'm going to actually show you, why not? So first of all, I'm going to, just to make sure that it's completely dry and nothing will stick to the places which I don't want, I'm using my anti-static powder, which is in this container. It's really nice and handy. What I did, I opened that anti-static bag and I transferred the powder here. And then let's see, just put it away, and now I can use that stencil to add a little bit of interest. And I'm using exactly the same sponge which I used to blend those colors, and I'm going to, it still has a little bit of the glycerin on it, so I hope it's going to work. Let's see, because that's what I like to do on those Tag Tuesday challenges. I want to try different techniques and I want to experiment a little bit as well. I think it's a great opportunity to do that. And just see, yes, I can see something. I'm going for a little bit of interest, more texture to my tag, so I'm not thinking too much how much of that glycerin I'm putting on my tag. I just want a little bit something. I can already see, let me just lift it up to tilt it to the side, so hopefully you can see a little bit of shine, and you can see a little bit of that color as well. So now I'm going to use that metallic silver embossing powder on my tag, and let's see what's going to happen. Most of it is going to be covered by that doily. And let's see, did I dry it off completely? You can see that there's actually a lot of sticking to that, but that's fine. I'm going to try to remove some of it, and as you can see, you can remove it quite easily. I need to tap it a bit harder, why not? This is something which is for myself, just to try. It's not a project which I'm going to share with anyone. It's for you to see and for me to try different techniques. So I'm happy with that. I like the texture, and I know that just a little bit will be visible. Let me just tap it a little bit more. So for the future, what I would do differently, I would wait a little bit longer and I'll dry it a bit better. So now I'm going to dry it off. I'm going to heat set it, and I will show you the result. So as you can see, this is how the tag looks like with that silver metallic embossing powder. I was thinking that maybe I would add a little bit more on the edges, so I'm still using the same spot with that glycerin around my tag just to frame it a bit better. I think it needs something more, and why not? The prompt is metallic, so let's go for it. So I'm going to add the same embossing powder, and I'm going to see, and then with my dry brush I can brush off as much or as little powder as I want to achieve effect which I will like at the end. So as you can see, love this, how this side looks like. It's really not that much. I think I'm going to brush off this a little bit just to make it more natural looking. I like this, I like it a lot. I'm going to dip that in because I think I brushed too much, so you can add more if you want. You can remove a little bit, and what I will do, I think it's time to heat set that, and then I will show you how it will look. So look at this tag now. I think that a metallic silver border adds a little bit extra to this background. I love it. I think it was a good call to try that. So now I'm going to adhere that doily. I'm going to use only a half of it because I think it doesn't need more than that. And anyway, that doily is way too big for that tag. So let me just take it and then cut off the excess, which I can use for another project. You can still see that metallic silver embossing underneath that doily, which works very well with the purple doily. I used a Crafter's Companion cardstock, which I still have quite a lot from my time on being on design team. So this is how it looks. I can see one more small bit of paper which is still there. Oh, okay, it's gone. Now I can add Charlie and Snoopy here, and I'm going to add the sentiment. So I'm going to put it nice and straight on my grid mat just to make sure that it's all nice and straight. As you can see, I already added some foam pads underneath that element for speed, of course. And I'm going to do the sentiment which says life is better with friends, which I totally agree, and I think I'm going to put it like that. Yeah, and I'm going to put the bottom first just to make sure to know exactly how much space I have. Again, I added some foam pads. I need to stick that properly, and grid mat helps with putting everything nice and straight. See, okay, and this one. So as you can see, this is a very quick and easy tag. I showed you how to use glycerin to blend in inks, And I use glycerin for heat embossing as well, but you have to remember that for very detailed embossing maybe it's not a very good idea. It depending on your background anyway. So life is better with friends. So thank you, thank you, crafty friends, for being here, for watching this tutorial, and I hope you took something out of it. And as I said, hop over to Shirley and other ladies, use the hashtag to see what they've created for this week's metallic prompt. I'm using Sizzix. It's called liquid gloss. On that little tiny heart, I'm trying to focus so it actually goes on that heart only, and once it sets it will give that beautiful shine which I love on some of the elements. So my hand is shaking, but because I'm trying to focus and fill up this little heart really well. Okay, I think that's good enough. So this is my tag, and I think it would be nice to add some, I love adding sequins. If you know, if you watch my videos, you know that I love a little bit of spark. I think this one is maybe, let's see, I've got a lot of other ones, but these are my favorite ones. These are running very low, but I love those. Maybe, but this one is maybe too light. No, I'm going to add them anyway. Or maybe not. No, I'm not going to add any. So as you can see, this tag is finished. Let me know, what do you think about it? Do you like this tag? If you like this prompt, try to join us. And if you're going to create a tag with something metallic, it doesn't have to be embossing powder. It can be a metallic cardstock. It can be like a metal elements, or I was thinking about metallic waxes, or metal brad or eyelet, whatever you want. So it's all up to you. You can interpret this prompt however you want. Just try to enjoy your creation, try to join the fun. I think it's such a fun collaboration hosted by Shirley. So thank you, Shirley, for another wonderful prompt. Check Shirley out and let me know, what do you think about this tag. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for spending that time with me. I hope you learned something about maybe glycerin. And yes, I will see you shortly, hopefully in a couple of days time, with my next video. Bye for now.